Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Steins Gate the visual novel. Let's talk to Mayuri, shall we?
トゥットゥルー、まさかね、本当に駅まで迎えに来てくれるなんて思わなかった。マユシーはびっくりなのです。
人質に逃げられては困るからな。
Of course not, Ocarine, of course not.
困るよね。それでね、マユシーはとっても嬉しいよ。
I don't quite understand, but whatever. Mayuri flashes a carefree smile, then walks ahead of me, almost skipping.
ねえ、その抱えてる荷物って何？
ミスター・ブラウンから譲ってもらったんだ。世界線の数値を測ることのできる大パーツなんだぞ。
なんだかすごそうだね。でも世界線の数値って？
I smile Riley.
マユリは本当にバカだな。
What am I doing? After I left Tanoji's house, I called Mayuri to ask when she would arrive in Akiba. Then, I went to the station to pick her up. Anxiety still smolders in my heart. We managed to survive yesterday, but that doesn't guarantee our safety forever. It's entirely possible for Moeka to attack now, on the afternoon of the 14th. Maybe I'm being overprotective, but I still can't shake the image of Mayuri's death from my mind. I don't ever want to have to go through that again.
マユリ、例えばの話だが、コミマが終わるまで秋葉に来るのはやめた方がいいのではないか。
No response. I looked to the side.
っていない。
Panicked, I scanned the area and caught sight of her wandering towards a newly opened shaved eye stand. That ditz. Can't she tell how worried I am?
岡部って尽くすタイプなのね。
Kurusu was glaring at me with an iced coffee in her hand. We're in the lab, which appears to have become her second home.
何がだ？
I'm sitting at the computer, searching for intel on the IBN 5100. I still don't know where it is. I went to Yanabashi's shrine this morning, but alas, it wasn't there. Susaha promised to get us one somehow. Her gift to us from 1975. Without it, we can't hack into CERN's database, meaning we can't achieve divergence over 1%.
あんたがマユリをお姫様扱いし始めた件について。
Uh-oh.
今日は駅までお迎えに上がって。お昼ご飯は毒味までして。ここまでは手をつないで歩いてきたとか。
I'm not a weirdo or anything.
あのね、マユシはおかりに愛されちゃってるね。
Did she have to tell Kursu, of all people? Mayuri looks so carefree as she stuffs her cheeks with... Oh, that's a word that I'm not super familiar with. Takoyaki? Takoyaki? I'm pretty sure she's smiling not because of my love, but because of the takoyaki's deliciousness. I feel like I'm saying that wrong and that's a word I actually know. Oh well. Typical Mayuri. But seriously, did you have to tell Kurisu?
で、実際のところどうなんだ？
どうとは？
前から不思議だったのよね。あんたたちって付き合ってるの？
そう見えるのか？
それは
Just what sort of delusions does this girl have? あのね、オカリンとマユシーは小さい頃からずっとお友達なんだよ。What?
食べながら話すな。
Oh. I'm like, what?
じゃあ、付き合ってないんだ。まあ、誰もオカビみたいな変人と付き合おうとは思わないし。
It's a mad scientist. You'd be too much for them to handle.
クリスティーナよ。お前には失望したぞ。
は？何よいきなり。
俺は気づいた。気づいてしまったのだよ。恋の話になると途端に食いつき方が変わる。そんなお前はスイーツかっこ笑いに他ならない。
You're a filthy mainstream girl.
恋の話を恋バナと読んでしまうお年頃だな。少子そんなお花畑の持ち主をこの法院京馬と我がラボは求めていないぞ。
We have no need for the puppies and the flowers. It feels... I'm sorry, hold on. It feels strange to be spewing this... Oh gosh, that's a word I actually haven't said. Chunibyo? Chunibyo? Crap. Nonsense again, after what I've been through. Is my innocence lost forever?
マッドサイエンティストかっこ自称の中二病患者が何言ってやがりますか。
Chunibyo, that's what you said, okay, yeah. It's been a long time since I argued with Kursu like this too. The thought brings a sudden pang of loneliness. After failing to save Mayuri, I sought help from this genius girl. Even though her words were at times harsh, she supported and encouraged me to the end. But now, all of that has vanished along with the time we spent with Suzuha. Thank you for your help, Kursu. I silently give her my sincere gratitude. Ooh, fancy typing. I finished typing on the X68000's keyboard and sigh, then turned to the divergence meter sitting on the shelf. The display reads .409431. What does that mean?
世界の構造はより糸みたいなものなの。いくつもの可能性世界線が重ね合わせの状態になってて、常に無限個に枝分かれしてってるわけ。メーターの数値が 1% を超えたとき、君はベータ世界線にたどり着いたことになる。アトラクタフィールドアルファの範囲外、ベータ世界線へ到達すれば収束する結果も変わる。そう、1% を突破さえできたら椎名まゆりは助けられるっていうこと。
Then, does that mean I haven't saved her? Divergence is still less than 1%. Is the world still converging on Mayuri's death? It can't be. It can't be. I mean, nothing happened yesterday. Mayuri's here, safe and sound. So, nothing will happen to her. It won't. I want to believe that, but the doubt within my heart is growing, thick and black. I can hardly think about anything else now. No matter how hard I stare at it, the number on the meter doesn't change a digit. So far, reading Steiner is only activated after we sent past changing D-mails. What about when I time leap? The vertigo I feel when I time leap might be caused by reading Steiner. Or maybe it's just a side effect of the memory transfer. It's impossible to know. In any case, I prepared for the worst. I've already set the time leap machine's timer to send my memories 3 hours into the past. And with Daru's help, I found a remote for the 42-inch CRT downstairs. Our previous phone wave, named subject to change experiments, made a hole in the floor. Instead of fixing the hole, I made it bigger. Okay, great. The 42-inch CRT is right under the hole, so if I point the remote at the hole and press the power button, the TV turns on. Oh, that's great. Now, should things go wrong, I can time leap at a moment's notice. And I also have future gadget number 4, Mode Snake on hand. Well, actually, no, you don't. It's sitting up right up there. In case of an emergency.
Okabe?
Kurisu enters the development room.
タイムリープマシーンの実験はしないんじゃなかったの？
もしもの時のためだ。
もしもって？
I don't want to answer that. I keep praying that my fears will not be realized. It's okay. Everything will be okay. They didn't attack yesterday, so they won't attack today. At the very least, we've changed Mayuri's fate. But still, I can't help but pray. Please, let Mayuri be safe. Please don't let anything happen. My prayers go unanswered. And they're back! Hello, we'd like to ask you if you're interested in our Lord and Savior guns. The door slams open. 5 men burst into the lab. I recognize them, the Rounders. They aim their guns at us. I freeze. Despair seizes my heart. My worst fears have come true. It's happening exactly the same as before. Only this time, Suza isn't here to save us. Even the dark-skinned man's word are the same. Eventually, the unpleasant clack of heels echoes down the hallway.
萌香さん、
タイムマシンを
Just like
回
before,
収させてもらう。
I suppress my terror and grab Mayuri's arm. The crew cut man says something he hasn't before.
牧瀬クリス、岡部倫太郎、橋田至。
If only Ocarina had paid attention to that whole if you don't get past the 1% thing, you haven't saved Mayuri. Just saying.
抵抗は許されない。とにかく、あなたたちに逃げ場はないわ。私たちの仲間は、すでに秋葉原中に散らばっている。
What do I do? Should I use my concealed mode snake right now? Use it and then time leap? But Mayuri hasn't been killed yet. There's a chance she might not be killed on this world line even though there's a bunch of people with guns pointing them at us. The crew cut man points his gun at me. My heartbeat jumps up. Cold sweat breaks out all over my body. I've only raised my left. I have to use it. I swallow my fear and activate Mode Snake. White smoke instantly fills the room, rendering it impossible to see. The Rounders won't be able to aim through this. Well, you know, it's not exactly a big lab. I think they could just fire randomly and hit almost everyone. I have to time leap while it lasts. I grab Mayuri's hand and fumble through the smoke towards the development room. I hear the sounds of guns firing wildly behind me. Yeah, I figured that was going to happen. Suddenly, Mayuri's arm gets heavy. I trip forward and land on my face. Our hands were separated in the fall. I grope around and soon find her slender hand. Mayuri's feeble whisper reaches my ears. Was she hit? I think she was hit. The Rounder's blind shot hit Mayuri? I would find it odder that they didn't hit anything in this tiny little room. Mayuri's voice quickly fades away. Strength drains from her fingers. But Mayuri doesn't answer. I'm sorry, Mayuri. Once again, I failed to save you. I thought I'd succeed, but I was wrong. I hear my teeth grinding in my head. I hear Kurisu and Daru screaming as the gunfire continues. A sharp plane flares at the top of my head. I press down with my hand. It comes away soaked with blood. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts! It feels like someone took a saw to my skull. My ears are ringing. I stumble. I can't stand up straight. I need to get to the time leap machine. I squeeze Mayuri's limp hand one last time, then crawl to the development room, fumble for the headgear and put it on. I point the remote at the hole and press the power button. The TV turns on downstairs. I can hear people laughing on the screen.
ターゲット A、ターゲット C 確保。
I clench my fist in frustration. The time leap machine is already activated. The discharge phenomenon is starting. The floor begins to shake. Once again, I leap into the past. So yeah, good friend Ocarina here didn't exactly save my Yuri. Didn't really pay attention to the whole, I mean he did sort of, but he was sort of holding on to hope that maybe, just maybe he'd saved her. Not quite. Not quite. Unfortunately. The world collapses, then reforms. Once again, I feel that odd numbness behind my eyes. The pain at the top of my head is gone. I wipe the sweat off my brow and look around. I can't see Moed's snake vapor anymore. The air is clear. Kurisu is reading a Western book like usual. Mayuri's playing a handheld game while eating a banana. Daru isn't here. I recall he said he was going out somewhere. I quickly swallow my words.
どうしたの？オカリンもバナナ食べる？
When I wave my hand no, Mayuri tilts her head quizzically, then goes back to her game. I sink into the sofa and close my eyes. Somehow, I resist the urge to scream in frustration. I have to think. I erased our memories with Suzuha. I changed the world line, but it wasn't enough. The divergence meter still reads 0.04. Or 0.4, sorry. How do I get that above 1? Wait. If I try to solve the problem alone, it'll just end the same way. I need to consult Kurisu.
クリス、ちょっと来てくれ。
Gosh, we've got to go through all this again. I lead her out of the lab. Meanwhile, her complaining, "What are you doing? Get your hands off me." We sit on the bench in front of the building. Suza's bicycle is still absent.
何なの？私の名前を普通に呼ぶなんて。
Hold on.
普通じゃないの。
Gotta check the creepy frog mail. From my Yuri. Ocarina, where are you going? A date with Chris-chan? I'm jealous. Our relationship is purely professional. She's my assistant, nothing more. Sure, Ocarina, sure. Kurisu frowns at her own words.
変な日本語。
助けてくれ。
これはびっくり。まさかあんたの口からそんな言葉が出るなんて熱でもあるんじゃない？
茶化すな。俺は本気で相談している。
タイムリープをしてきたのね。
I nod.
Okay, you've got my attention. Why are you brooding?
Help me.
She's going to die in 2 hours. Wait, hold on a second. You've been time leaping like a madman trying to stop it, haven't you? It must have been horrible.
お前はどこまで知っている？
どこまでって何を？
She just guessed because you're acting weird.
鈴葉がジョン・タイターだったことは。
Kurisu gives me a blank stare.
その発想はなかったわ。
When we prevented Suza from leaving on August 9th, she ended up staying until August 13th. But that outcome was changed by my last email. What happened during those 4 days on this world line?
タイムリープマシンは完成したか？
Yeah, of course we
何
have.
言ってんの？昨日私が徹夜して完成させたでし
That's
ょ？
how you used it, Ocarina. Of course it was finished.
岡部はいつから飛んできたんだ？
今日の夜8時頃だ。
It looks like I'll have to explain everything all over again. Yay. And it's gonna be like that time again by around the time we explain it, yeah. Let's get another mail here. Oh, I'm a little relieved. Why is that? I've never felt this. Oh gosh, no, this is gonna get weird. I told her about Mayuri's many deaths, about what happened with Suza and Moeka. I also gave a summary of what Suza told me about the structure of the universe. Kurisu does not appear to doubt my story.
話をまとめると IBN5100 が手元に戻ってくれば勝ちっていうことになる。
Kurisu sums up what I told her.
あくまで予測だけど天音さんの話を逆の視点から考えてみればいい。 IBN5100 を岡部が手に入れてセルンにあるデータを消すその瞬間が分岐の臨界点なんだと思う。おそらくその瞬間ダイバージェンスは 1% オーバーに達するはず。
問題は IBN5100 が今はどこにあるかだ。
岡部は一度 IBN5100 を手に入れている。あんたの記憶、その世界線へもう一度行けることができれば必然的に手元に戻ってくるんじゃない？
なるほど。そうか。IBN5100 はある時を境にラボから忽然と姿を消した。
前にそのことで騒いでたわね。あの時は岡部がついに妄想と現実の区別がつかなくなったかと思って心の中で「おーゴッド」って
It's them dang video games and them online chat rooms, I tell you what.
アメリカかぶれめ。何がオーゴッドだ。クリスチャンはクリスチャンとでも言いたいのか。
Kurisu looks at me in disdain as soon as those words leave my lips.
誰がうまいこと言えと言った。
俺も口に出してから後
I
悔した。
regret it too. This is no time for puns.
それでクリスティーナ、お前はこう言いたいんだな。俺たちが生じさせてしまった世界の歪み、すなわちこれまでに世界線を変動させた全ての D メールを打ち消していけば IBN5100 を俺が柳林神社で見つけた世界線へと戻ることができると。
From what I've experienced so far, I'm confident that the IBN 5100's disappearance from the lab wasn't due to theft. After all, I was sleeping at the lab, and whenever I wasn't around, another labman was. The lab was occupied every hour of the day. It would have to have been impossible for someone to steal that heavy computer without anybody noticing. It makes more sense to assume that a D-mail caused us to diverge from the world line where I found the IBN 5100 at the Yanabashi Shrine.
あくまで仮説だけど私はあんたの説明だけをもとに判断しているから。もしあんたが事実誤認をしていたり私を騙そうとしていたり妄想を垂れ流していた場合はこの仮説はあっけなく破綻する。
This assistant of mine has no confidence in me at all.
この仮説を盲目的に信じてもらっても困る。
Why not?
保険はいくつかあるとはいえ迂闊な行動をとってもしも罪になってしまったらまゆりを二度と助けられなくなるんだから。
I know that. I'd ask for Suza's opinion too, if she were here, but on this world line I know. There's no way I can speak to her now.
どうして IBN5100 が消えたのか。これまでに送った D メールの中のどれが IBN5100 の消えた原因なのか。それを突き止めるのが解を導くための近道ね。
わからないのはマユリの死ぬタイミングがちょうど24時間ずれたことだ。
確かに気になるな。ダイバージェンスが変わったことが関係してるのかな。バタフライエフェクトの可能性がある。それならほんの些細な原因でも結果には大きな誤差が生じる。とにかく慎重な行動が大切。不用意なことはしない方がいい。例えば一番危険なのはあんたが死ぬこと。
Yeah, that would suck, 'cause then the game's over.
世界線を越えて記憶を継続で
Both
きる
for
の
him
は
and for the game,
お
of
そら
course.
く岡部だけだから。あんたが死んだら まゆりも助けられなくなると思いなさい。絶対に死なないで。
もしかして心配してくれているのか？
は？何それ？誰得？そんなわけないでしょ。勘違いするな。
バカ。
つまり死ぬなって言ったのはあんたが貴重な被験者だからよ。
Yeah.
そうなの。
Of course.
世界線云々はともかく、あんたのその何度もタイムリープしていながら記憶が継続してる脳ってのは脳科学史を塗り替えるくらい貴重なサンプルであって、あんたの脳をマッピングして一体何がどうなってるのか確かめたい気分よ。だから引き続き実験をガンガンやってくれると私としても助かるわけ。タイムリープマシンはいわば私の研究の成果でもあるんだから。
Sounds very nervous.
落ち着け。
Yeah, I know. Kurisu turns away with a sour expression. This assistant of mine can be difficult sometimes. Anyway, I consider her hypothesis. In order to return to the world line where I found the IBN 5100 at Yanabashi Shrine, we need to cancel all the DMLs we sent so far. The theory is sound, and I've got nothing else to go on. I checked the clock. It's 6:42 p.m. Only 1 hour until Moika's raid. I decide to time leap once more, to the afternoon of the 13th, just before the time leap machine is completed.
クリスティーナ、お前の案を試してみる。
そう。
I take Kurisu's hand and grasp it firmly.
お前には何度も助けられているな。いつもすまない。
謝るな、バカ。調子狂うでしょ。そもそも前にあんたを助けたことなんて私はちっとも覚えてないのよ。どう責任取ってくれるの？
Why is she getting mad at me? I just don't understand her.
できれば覚えておきたかった。そうすればあんたの情けない姿をネタにいつでもプギャーってできたから。
お前は実に性格が悪いな。
あんたが言うな。
I feel like I shouldn't let you do this. You're a gauge twitch from meltdown as it is.
I've no illusions about the risk to my mental health, but I have to do what I have to do.
Just be careful. Don't read into that. Your brain simply represents a specimen totally invaluable to mankind's understanding of time travel's neurological.
Thank you, Kurisu.
With that, I leap 28 hours into the past. Time leap complete. I'm standing in the lab, as usual. Actually, this is a good spot to stop. Oh, yeah, let's stop here. Okay. Well, yeah, this is where we're going to stop for today. I'm kind of surprised that, like, Ocarine didn't learn from his past experience of that, you know, the whole Mayuri dying thing. Like, he just kind of thought maybe she won't die. It's a good thing he was prepared, though. I think without Suza being there and without that, you know, big cloud of smoke, I don't know if he actually would have made it to the time leap machine. And he barely did it at that. Well, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. And I guess we're gonna get started working on Kurisu's plan of trying to undo the D-mails until we get to we get back to the world line where we had the IBN 5100. Which, if you think about it, that's pretty much what we did with Suza's thing. We undid her D-mail, which basically made it like it never happened. Because keep in mind, D-mails don't actually change the past. They're kind of like an influencing behavior. So if you tell someone, you know, go to the street corner for $1 million, if they, and there actually is $1 million there, they could go there and they could be a millionaire. But if you didn't convince them, like they thought it was just a scam, you've changed nothing. But at the same time, if you made your D-mail more, like, convincing, for example, when Ocarine sent the message to himself, last text message was a CERN trap, don't follow her or whatever, then you could do that, you can undo the email, so to speak. You basically send them garbled messages so that they don't believe whatever you said, more or less. So, yeah. That's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. What is this thing? I haven't noticed that in a minute. What is this thing? That's weird. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye!